I was just so cozy in my pajama day stuff that I almost forgot we have to do math right now. Oh, let me just stretch it out. I've got my friend Burr here, and he's gonna help me with our math homework today. Oh, just feeling so cozy and sleepy. Better wake up. Okay, I think I'm awake now. All right, Burr, are you ready? You awake? He's ready. Okay, let's talk about what we're doing today. We're talking about adding one more and talking about how many we find. And today, just like we were working on yesterday, we have to practice writing that number. So, are you ready to get started? I think he's ready. I'm going to begin on the page that has today's date at the top. See, it says Tuesday, 10/27/20, the 27th of October. That's where we're going to start working today. Let's read our directions. It says, count the dots. Write how many. Draw the same number of dots below, but going up and down instead of across. The number 4 has already been done for you. Let's check how they did the number 4. That's going to show us how we're going to do the rest of our work. All right, Burr, I'm going to see you right here so you can watch me. All right, Burr, you're going to sit right here so that you can watch me. All right, he's hanging out with me. So if we see how they did the number 4, it looks like they looked at how many dots they had, which I don't even need to count. I'm going to pretend like this is a 10 frame, which tells me that I always have 5 in my top row when it's filled in. But look, my top row is missing 1 here, which means that there's only 4, because 4 is 1 less than 5. So there's 4, so they wrote a 4, which I'm going to trace. And then I see they drew 4 dots, but instead of going side to side like we do in our 10 frames, they're going up and down. They're going up and down, and they're starting on the left side, just like we always do with our 10 frames. So let's go ahead and do the rest of these problems on this page, just in the way that they showed us. So here I see my first problem, and how many dots are there? Just 1. So easy. So I'm going to write a 1. And I'm going to do my dots just like they did. I'm going to start at the bottom on the left side. And I'm going to color it in. It's really, really important that we do this the same. It's really, really important that we're starting at the bottom on the left side. They're asking us to make our dots up and down. And we want to do it. And just like with a 10 frame, we always start on the left side. And in the 10 frames, we always started on the top. Here, we're going up and down, so we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up until we reach 5. Then go to the next column. We've got this. Let's look at how many dots we have here. What do you see? I see 2. So I'm going to write my number 2 in the box. And then I'm going to show 2 dots. So here's where adding 1 comes in. Now we have 2 dots, which means that we are adding 1 more to what we already drew. So I'm going to start at the bottom on the left side, just like I did before, and then I'm going to add 1 more dot. So notice here I have 1, and then I add 1 more here to make 2. And in the same way, we see that in the dots up here. First we had 1, then we're adding 1 more, and there's 2 now. That means that 1 and 1 make 2. Let's look at this next problem. What do we see here? Well, they added 1 more. So they had 2 and they added 1 more. What does that make? 3. Very good. You're like, Miss Elle, this is super easy. Okay, there we go. I wrote my 3 And now, just like we talked about, we're gonna start with 1, and then we're gonna add, so just like we talked about, we're gonna add 1 more to 2. So I'm gonna draw 2 the same way I did here, but this time I'm gonna add 1 more circle to make 3. Oh, and 4 is already done for us, and they added 1 more circle to make 4. Now we have to do 4 and 1. We have to add 1 more to 4. So here's what 4 would look like. And then I'm going to add 1 more circle just like they did. And then they're going to add 1 more circle. And what does that make? 5. And I didn't even have to count it because I know that my entire top row is filled. That means I have 5. And I wrote my 5 in the box. And now I'm going to draw 5 circles starting at the bottom. And that should fill up my entire left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks just like it does in the one next to me. And 1 more makes 5. 1 more makes 5. And now my entire left side is filled in. I didn't draw any on the right side because remember, we always start on the left side. It's super, super important that we always remember that. In all of these, all the way to 5, we're starting on the left side. Let's look at the next page and notice what happens once we fill up our left side. All right, now I'm on the next page. Now you guys are gonna be doing this page by yourself, but I wanna point out one thing here. They already did 6 for you. Now what do we notice about our dots here and here? Well, they filled in the whole top row with 5, and then they added 1 more, and it made 6. Very good. So we would trace the 6, and then they already showed you 6 here. And what did they do? They have their entire 5 row filled in, just like we did on the previous page. When we did 5, we filled it on our entire left side, and then they went back to the bottom and did 1 more to make 6. So what I'm seeing here is I could talk about 6 using 5 and 1. I'm noticing that there's some hidden partners that make 6 here, and it's 5 and 1. They added 1. Remember, we're adding 1 each time. So let's do 7 together, and then I'm gonna have you finish the rest by yourself. So let's start by looking at these dots. Now, I don't want to count them all. That's too many. I already know that I have 5 on my top row, so I'm going to start counting from 5. 5, 6, 7. It's 7. So I'm going to write my 7, and then I need to draw it. Remember, I'm starting on my left side and at the bottom. So I'm going to start by filling up my whole left side and making 5. Just like we do in our 10 frames, we're filling up when we fill the top first, but here we're filling up the left side first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many more did we add? Now how many more? So I have 5, and then I already know that I need to add 1 more because that was 6. Remember, this was how we made 6. But this time, I need to add 1 more because 7 is 1 more than 6. So I'm going to add 1 more. And now I've made 7. And I know that 7 is made by doing 6 and 1. Just like we talked about, it's 1 more than 6. I also can see that 5 and 2 are hidden partners here. That's pretty cool. All right, now let's talk about what you're going to do. You're all going to finish this page. So you're going to do your next 3 problems here. And then I want you to choose one of these to talk about. And just like you did yesterday, I want you to tell me 2 of the hidden partner pairs that you see. So I'm going to practice with one of these 2, and I'm going to pretend I'm a kindergarten student. So we're pretending I'm a kindergarten student now. Hi, Miss O. I'm going to tell you about my homework. and I'm going to tell you about a number that I made, and then I'm going to tell you about some hidden partners I see. So I made 7. I wrote a 7, you can see. And I made 7 by using 6 and 1 because I added 1 more to 6. I also can make 7 using 5 and 2. And you can see that by the way that I drew my dots. Yay! A plus for that student. So good. Now you guys are going to do the same thing. Pick one of them to talk about. Tell me about the hidden partners that you see. All right. I think we're good for math now. I will see you guys later. I'm going to go take a nap because I'm so cozy in my pajamas. Bye.